We are so honored to have you all here today for the Get Media Ready Blueprint Workshop. This is a masterclass hosted by my technology company, Vettfiy by Ebo. We have the one and only, and I say he is an affiliate partner, but he is more than that. He is a brother to Ebo and Vettfiy. He's a two-time Emmy Award-winning journalist. He's the first Latino anchor at ESPN. He is the co-founder of Sizzle TV. He is the corporate Zoom consultant. Okay. Yes. And the official diversity correspondent for SSMSDC. When you think about being media ready, right? What does that sound like for you, or what does that bring up for you? So just a little bit about me as the founder of Ebo, Vettfiy. I came into network news about 13 years ago, and I was a senior booking producer. I booked over 300 expert segments a week, which enabled me to manage 1,300 local stations nationwide across the US. And during my tenure in network news, I booked over 140,000 guest segments, right? But one of the main things that I learned is most folks who got booked were the ones who always stayed ready. This isn't too much about us. It's really about you and your subject matter expertise and how we can further add value there. What you're going to get today, we're going to talk about building your media lookbook, right? Right now, the fourth quarter of 2024 is the best time to map it out. So what you're going to get today, you're going to get tips for creating your 2025 media lookbook. You're going to understand how to build a magnetic message, and then the keys to scaling your media readiness and land the bookings that you really desire. So our talent here at Ebo and Vettfiy have been featured in some of the biggest publications across the US. From iHeartRadio, we did an NPR affiliate pilot, which was hugely successful. They've been in Fox News, the Business Journal, Bloomberg, Medium. I mean, all of the publications where I believe the best and brightest deserve to be, we've been able to book talent in those spaces. It's people who actually come into the conversation ready to deliver and add value are the folks who get booked, I promise you. There is a huge expert gap that exists right now. And so I want to encourage you all throughout today's session to really lean into your why and what your main talking points are and get your voice out there, because based on this, you are needed. Your voice is wanted. The report gives you that instant credibility for the vetting reports. We give you the tailored feedback that we mentioned. We also give you access to our media library that helps you build up your media credentials and profile, and then to get you more high value bookings. That's the ultimate goal, is to get you positioned and ready for booking. A lot of folks think, okay, I'm going into media, how do I position myself? And I say that there are like 3 core pillars that are overarching, right, that actually help you position how you want to pitch to media, right? So the first one is to inform, right? The next one is to educate. And then the last one is to entertain.
This is media one-on-one for anyone out there. Anytime you're going to be interviewed on stage, in a Zoom, in a Google Meetup, in a studio, is the fact that in media one-on-one, this is how we train athletes, how we train everyone to deal with the media, is repeat the question. Repeat the question and form of the answer.
Oh, I hope folks are taking notes, because I mean, these are
I'm,
gems.
I'm giving them a lot.
My question is, do we have the opportunity to get one-on-one coaching through Vettfiy to help us refine our media pitches and our media lookbook, or is it all like on demand? Like I see here that you have the the modules and things like that.
Yes, great question, Sandy. We give away one-on-one session with all of our actual users to actually deep dive into your report, into your vetting score, into your goals as well, because we know in order to reverse engineer, right, the experience, that you need to be able to have that time with us, right? And also our team is here as well. We have some links in the chat where you can actually book that time Once you've actually signed up, you can book that time with us for your one-on-one session, and you get that invitation as well. So you'll have a custom onboarding where we'll go through the process on how to optimize your profile, what things you should and shouldn't include, right? Things that you may want to take down, because you get two options once you're in the system. You can auto-populate your profile, meaning anything that's public facing will auto-populate for you, or you can actually curate your profile yourself. When you do your one-on-one session with us, we go through with you and say, hey, Sandy, this is a great video. You might want to clip it down to 2 minutes, repost it into the profile so that when media see it, they can get the highest level tangible talking points. So to answer your question, yes, you get that one free session where we take a deep dive, go into your profile, go into your goals, and help you really position that 2025 profile and messaging that you would like. And I would say in your pitching to the media, lead with the why does this matter to the audience, right? So research the actual platform where you want to actually pitch your media and your message, and then ask yourself, why does this matter to the audience, and lead with the why. If you want to, and when I say curating your own quality content, like Kirk mentioned, he said, whether you're doing a Zoom, you're going live on social, that is your stage. That is your platform to amplify your message, but also to validate your authenticity and your messaging. So I encourage anyone who wants to be positioned as a subject matter expert. And if I land on your social channels and I can't tell if you know about apples and oranges or cybersecurity, that's a problem, right? And so what you want to do is to start to curate content, even if it's small 1-minute tip videos that you release on your social channels once a week, right? Really cementing in the brain of those who land on your profile, oh, this person knows about cybersecurity because you're doing your Wednesday 1-minute tips. I don't know. It could be something that simple. Or if you're on LinkedIn, start to write thought leadership articles on your LinkedIn account around your subject matter expertise. Because when people, meaning the producers, the bookers, the hosts who need talent for conversations, when they land on your page, they need real-time examples of if you can deliver. Create a YouTube channel. And again, don't make it way more complicated than it needs to be. Take a Saturday or a Sunday, your low time in the week, and say, I'm going to tackle 10 topics in 10 minutes, right? Take that 10-minute video and cut it up, right, to 10 separate pieces of content, ensuring those 10 separate pieces of content that you have 3 tips in each, meaning by the time you finish those 10-minute segment, the 10 minutes, right, you have 30 tips, right, that you're giving to your audience that you cut up and you roll out and release once a week or twice a week, where it's supplying the reader or the viewer with the fact that you're an authority. Because when people are looking for you and they're really busy, even with our media outlets that are on Ebo, right, when they're looking for a talent, and if they review the clips in your profile, if they can't assess in 30 seconds to 2 minutes that you can deliver expert analysis, they're going to go into someone else, right? So if you're not positioning yourself on your own platforms, right, as a subject matter expert, then it's going to be difficult for people to see you in that light. Another quick way that you can do it as well, if you're the member of any professional associations, right, take that and say, hey, look on their pages and see if they have a podcast, right? See if they produce content, and reach out to the association and say, hey, I want to write a blog for the website. I want to do a quick tips video. Can I be on the association's podcast, right? Now you're overlapping the authoritative space, like the association or broadcast or the association or journal, right? You're overlapping that space with your expertise. So now not only are you an authority because you're associated with this association or professional organization, but you also now have content, right, from being a guest blog contributor, right, or going on to their podcast. So get creative about places where you can add your expertise that may not be a traditional media outlet, and use that as your foundation for pitching your expertise to the media. So you can say, hey, I was quoted in the National Association of Psychology journal talking about depression in teenagers. Take a look, right? Send that to a producer. Now you have instant credibility to align with the content, and you can actually use that foundationally to pitch and position yourself as a subject matter expert. So I wanted to give that note around those two questions that were in the chat.
You're not going to sell just by being on a TV station or
Mhm.
on a podcast, correct? It's branding you as the subject matter expert, correct? And it's letting maybe current clients know that you've branched off on your own. And say that he didn't see it live or hear it live. It's all about getting that clip so you can, publish it yourself. And it's always branding. I have a saying, ABB, always be branding. If you're not out there branding yourself, and video is the number one way to brand yourself, and have others hear you exactly what your mission is, and you speaking it in your own words is the best branding around, right?
Marketing is about selling. Media is about visibility, right? And they work in tandem. Thank you guys so much, Kirk. We appreciate all the gems that you brought to us today. It is upward and onward. And what I want everyone to know is that you are the message.